Okay, this is our animated zombie. Its head is servo driven, microprocessor controlled. The program that it runs, the head will turn a little bit here and there, left, right, stop at indeterminate spots, and then suddenly go nuts back and forth. And our Chauvet Bob Jr. flame lights really complement it. The flame lights really don't show up well on video, but believe me, they're with two orange lights and one blue in the center, they're really amazing. We've had him a couple years. We didn't build this one. And here we have our crank ghost that we built about 4 years ago. And this is just like an incredible prop. And like many people that build them, we were able to get that nice fluid motion that really makes it very special. There isn't too much to say about it. It's blacklight lit by a lot of black lights, and this is our crank ghost that we built about 4 years ago. Aluminum angle frame, Dayton motor, 4 RPM motor. It gives it that nice fluid motion that we love. We just got to lower the black lights, of course. This is October 30th. We're just running a final check on all our decor. 2 years ago we gave him LED eyes, and when they hit you, boy, it's pretty darn bright. The neighbors just love this. They go nuts for this prop. Right now it's about twilight. It's maybe 6:30, quarter to 7. So it's getting dark, not too dark. Why don't we move on? And here's our newest prop that we finished just a few days ago. We're calling him a scare taker because he's just too scary looking to be a caretaker or an undertaker. And this face and the very long black hair, in our opinion, he screamed frock coat. So he got a real high-end costume here, from top to bottom, and inherited my old dress shoes. Next year he'll have a motorized hip. And he's got, we gave him an LED lantern and added yellow lensing to it. We figured he lit up best that way. And the only animation is when you walk past it. In a few areas in my yard, I've got a number of infrared sensors that you record audio to, and this is what happens when you walk past him, and these never fail to trigger.
Hello, how nice of you to come visit us. We have been expecting you.
Automation is a wonderful thing. And over this way, we have one of the other props we built this year, our Glenn Strange Frankenstein from Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. All 7 foot 3 inches of him, standing next to our Bela Lugosi prop. And the neighbors are freaking out over this one. They've never seen something so big and tall before. And he's my favorite prop of everything we have.
Hello. How nice of you to come visit us. We have been expecting
The Dracula's animated, but I have it kept off. Now when you walk past the Frankenstein, we have another infrared sensor, and you hear. And why don't we move on? Here's a prop that another one actually we just added today. My wife had the smart idea we should have a pirate, so we put together a makeshift one using a Bucky skeleton. Next year it's going to be a whole lot better, but we're just getting the feel of it this year, collecting clothing and what have you. And we have some special lighting, and yeah, these it's hard to get them to trigger. You know, he's got the hook and his chest with a real lock. Let me see if I get him to sound off. There we go. Yeah, this is how things work when we don't build them. And here's our Grave Keeper. I gotta turn him on. And here's our Crypt Keeper. We always love this one. One of 100.
Greetings, creeps! It's your old pal, the Crypt Keeper, and it's Halloween, boils and ghouls, my favorite horror day. I'm preparing a little holiday feast for Halloween, kiddies. There are some yummy recipes in my very own Crypt Cookbook. I hope you like shish kebab. Bob is so delicious this time of year. There's nothing quite as exciting.
He'll talk
as
for
a
about
good
5 or 10
cocktail ball
minutes.
during the holidays.
And restart
Last year,
again.
I went as one of my favorite
But I guess you get the idea.
Ghoulish Caesar. I tell you, kiddies, I was the afterlife of the party.
Okay, down at the opposite end of our haunt, when you walk down, we have another infrared sensor. And when you walk by, and this is our 8-foot tall haunted tree. It has, it's decorated with a lot of skulls and rats and spiders and lights. It's the only thing on here in my haunt that's taller than our Frankenstein. And there's a little baby Bucky. And when you walk down this far on our haunt, we have another infrared sensor, and you hear this. And up here is our 6-foot winged spread animated bat. So the wings are as wide as I am tall. And this thing is huge. And we have it hooked up to a wireless remote, so I could shut it off whenever I want and turn it back on. And so we're getting renewed life out of our Rest in Peace cross that's about 5 feet tall. It makes it appear that it's perched on top, flapping his wings. He's got there's an actual PVC bracket that I built specific for this guy, and it just looks great. people are going nuts over this. He is huge, and he's got a really cool face. He's a scary bat. And over here is our mummy. And of course these retail props. They usually don't trigger well at night. Let me see if I get it to trigger. Yeah, no big deal there. And here's a view of our haunt using our 750 watt strobe that we had to really turn the brightness way down on it by like 50% and channel it so it just stays in, near the garage area. It was just overpowering everything. And you could also see our fog machine is hard at work. We have to turn that way down. A 30-gallon fog chiller is filled with about 80 pounds of ice. And you can see it just crawls right along the slate. And we're really happy with how it worked out. We also have a bypass pipe that channels into the Witch's Cauldron. And you could hear our witch sounding off with Macbeth. Why don't we go take a look at her? And here's a nice shot of our witch sounding off with Macbeth, with our fog machine hard at work. We have a bypass pipe hooked into off the main pipe that the output of the fog machine from the chiller that goes right into the cauldron. And we built her, this is her 4th year in service here. She's been wonderful. And here's our pneumatic prop. We have him lit up in blue when he triggers. No audio effects for him yet though. And when you walk past the motion sensor, whammo. That's a fun prop. We got to get some other ones this year. And a couple of gravestones. Fluffy, the last dog that pooped in our yard. And vacancy. Or it looks like there will be a vacancy. That person wants to come out. And you also notice we have some of our simulated rocks that act as contain speakers, outdoor speakers, lighting. And here's a shot from the other side of the property. And that's about it, folks, our modest little haunt. Richie and Diana signing off. Oh, and we can't forget our little animated owl that's out here.
Finger of death strangled the baby.
Well, it's supposed to be animated. I must have had it turned off.